What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of Lucas Live. My name is Lucas Tyndale. I am excited to be here with you guys today. Two great guests in the building, live in studio. I have the one and only RaVenn Downing is here in the building, shining as always. And the man, Jakey, Jake is back in the building. He tells great stories. You know, he's got a lot that he teaches and talks about and motivates us and keeps things going and keeps things fun. We're going to talk to them today about their collaboration they just did at the Southeast Community Center. I had the pleasure of being there and checking it out. I was testing my live setup. We didn't exactly go live, but I got some content. We're going to figure it out. We're going to work it out, and we're going to continue to support them in the things that they're doing in fitness and wellness. As you guys come in live or by replay, say what's up. If you're watching the replay, type replay in the chat. We appreciate all of you. Let's share this broadcast, everybody. I'm going to share it as well. We are live at Lucas Live Media on Facebook and YouTube and LinkedIn. Hello, everybody out there. It's always funny. I still go live to LinkedIn, and I often think about LinkedIn and the business community out there. And I do get a chance to talk to a lot of great business people, and we have a lot of real conversations here, though. So I know on the other side of LinkedIn are real people. Y'all are just out there. You may be sitting at your desk at work or sitting with a suit on. Or not, but you guys still need to hear about health and wellness and fitness today. We're going to talk about that, and I'm excited about it. I am going to share this broadcast and get this thing going. Hey, y'all, we lost a legend yesterday. Miss Dolly Parton passed away. And the crazy part is, what I realized is that I didn't realize how down our community was for Dolly Parton. I didn't know. I mean, like, my family group chat was like, I thought my aunt, somebody had passed away. I was like, Lord, let me check the family group chat. I think my real auntie done passed. They're like, oh, Dolly. And it's always funny when we were like, and I mean, I would be happy to be 80. If I make it to 80 and then I ease on up out of here, I'll be like, man, I rocked it out. You know what I'm saying? I did a good 80. You know what I mean? Because I'm out of here. But everybody was like, you know, no matter how old somebody could be 120, we'd be like, gone too soon. Right? We'd be like, I ain't see that one coming. I'd be like, man, they like 120. But shout out to the legacy that she has and the great music and the philanthropy. I had people in the comments telling me that they got their books from her. You know, that their children receive books still monthly because of Dolly Parton and her foundation and the work that she's done, which I think is absolutely incredible. So shout out to Dolly Parton and her family and her legacy and her philanthropy and the work that she has done. We are grateful for it. And I think for me, one of the things I often think about is building a legacy so that when I'm gone, somebody will care. You know what I mean? That somebody out there in the world will say, man, he made an impact. And I mean my kids, my wife, I mean, hopefully they say that, but even beyond that, that the world can say it. And really what people don't know is that my goal in life is to be a philanthropist. So all I want to do is give my time, talent, and treasure away. Now, if you call me today and ask me for any of my time, talent, or treasure, I ain't got it for you. But no, I don't. Today is not my philanthropy day. No, I am a giving person. I do give, but I'm building. Everything I'm doing is to build towards that. I believe God is going to bless me with a level of wealth and resources and influence that God will then be able to leverage for his own use. So if you remember, there was a story in the Bible about a guy named Joseph who went through a whole bunch of hell. And I ain't trying to go through hell. I've been through a little bit of it, but I ain't trying to go through. Don't put me in a pit and in prison and all that nonsense. He went through a whole bunch of stuff, and but God was using it to position him to be the greatest manager of resources that we've probably seen. In that he stored up things, knowing that rougher days were coming, and God had told him like it's about to be 7 years of plenty and 7 years of famine. I need you to take these years where it's more, and I need you to store it up and get ready because literally you're going to save the world. Like people are going to be starving coming from everywhere and you're going to have food to give out to people. So that was an important lesson to me. And I thought about it. I'm like, man, I want to be somebody, a storehouse that God can pour resources into. And then when the need is there, God will be able to say, Lucas, give to this person, give to that person, help that organization. And that's my lifetime goal. So I know it's going to happen because why would God not bless me with the resources to do his plan when who else has a plan to think I'm going to give all my time, talent, and treasure away? I'm not even sure I want this plan, God. I want to keep my money. No, but I'm excited about it. Shout out to everybody who's here. Say hello if you tap in, if you come into the chat. We're going to jump in here with our guests here in just a second. and get things going. I got the sun shining in the window. I usually close my curtains because it's a studio and I try to control the light. But I just, I saw it coming through the window and I was like, let me shine a little bit more. Let me get it on my good side. Let the light hit my good side. We gonna see what happens. If I'm drowned out by the end of the show, then it was a bad idea. But it's just gonna be too late at that point. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we're gonna get started. We're gonna jump in. Let me shout out our sponsors. Shout out to our good friends over at SARTA. We are grateful for them and their support of what we do, and we will continue to support what they do. I saw they started their, this is an oversimplification, but they got a shower bus. That's an oversimplification. It's just a shower bus on what that is. But it's a bus for homeless people to go get a shower. You know how it is when you need a shower and you've been working out or you've been out working in the yard or something, and you go and get in that shower and you just feel like a new person. You can get a shower and put on the most bummy clothes in the world, but you be feeling like a superstar. You got on that hoodie with 2 holes in it and your favorite sweats, and you be feeling good. Don't you be feeling fresh? So, think about a homeless person who doesn't get to shower often, having a place to go and shower. So shout out to SARTA for the shower bus. I don't know what it's officially called. I'll bring my friends from SARTA back on. What's up, Tori? Hey, Tori, I got a surprise for you. You got to watch the show. You got to stay right here, Tori. I done put a little promotion up for you here. What's going on, everybody who's here? Alicia, welcome. Thank you for being here. Sierra, good morning. Good morning, Sierra. You still sore? You all right? What's up? I saw Sierra. Sierra was like, this leg is automatic, broken, hurting. She was struggling. I was like, Sierra. She was struggling. So what's up? Shout out to Sarda. Shout out to Jessica Danielle Nails. You guys check out the Hall of Cuts. It's hair, it's nails, it's fashion. Maybe it's not fashion. You ever have somebody making stuff up? I don't know if it's fashion, but Hall of Cuts is at John S. Knight Center this Sunday. So you guys, I'll post some information about that. Check that out. It's going to be a really cool thing. Hall of Cuts. Shout out to Taj Mitchell, who's been doing this now for several years, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Jessica was texting me about it. We're going to go do some coverage for her, and we were trying to figure out what time would be the best time for us to come get some content. And she said something happening in the morning. She said something happened in the afternoon. She said something happening at night. And I was like, well, I can't be there for all of that, but I'm going to figure out what time I can be there. But apparently the Hall of Cuts starts in the morning and ends the next day. But shout out to them. Shout out to Taj Mitchell. Shout out to Taj's mom, Amber, who I grew up with. Shout out to her and her family and everything they got going on. So you guys check out the Hall of Cuts this weekend. There's also the Road to the Classic. There's more things going on. The Mathathon, the Spelling Bee is going on. The line dance event is coming up Labor Day weekend, the same weekend as the Black College Football Hall of Fame. There are a lot of things coming up with the Black College Football Hall of Fame. You guys keep an eye out. I'm going to be putting a video out going through all the events. When you see that come out, like it and share it, because our biggest problem is we always say we don't know. And then people come from out of town and they go to everything because they just look it up. We here, so we expect somebody to tell us. Well, I'm going to be somebody who's going to tell you when you see it, make sure you like it and share it and tag people and let people know. There are so many events down to the all-white party at La Pizzeria. There's a golf outing. There's reading to the kids at the schools. There's James Fortune will be here. Gospel recording artist James Fortune will be here for the Faith, Family, and Football event, a free concert. You guys don't want to miss it. I'll be sharing more information about that for you guys to know. So shout out to them. Shout out to the Linda Reibenstein team. If you guys are looking for a realtor, you want to buy or sell your home, reach out to me and I'll connect you to her. She's been doing this for over 20, 30 years. Great lady, honest, straightforward. That's what you want. Somebody who's honest and straightforward, who's going to fight for you and be like, we're not taking that. We're going to make sure this gets straight, or we're not buying this house, and we're going to help you get your house ready for sale. So shout out to Linda and the Linda Reibenstein team. And then last but not least, shout out to Ace Carpet Cleaning, my girl Jenny Can and Jenny Can Cleaning. You guys make sure you check them out. You want to get them carpets cleaned up. I know sometimes you be looking at that carpet like, I know I cleaned that stain up, but that stain is back. That stain is coming from under the carpet. You need to get that stuff cleaned up. Or you like, the animal, he used the bathroom over there one day because the animal couldn't get outside because I didn't want to let him outside because I was asleep and it was barking and I was asleep. And then it went ahead and found him a little spot and made his house a home. And now the carpet got a little spot and you wiped it down with a little Dawn, a little Palm Olive, a little Tide with bleach. That ain't right. That ain't going to get it done. So you need to get your carpet professionally clean. Reach out to my friend Jenny Can at Ace Carpet Cleaning. Ladies and gentlemen, all right, let's go. Prayers for our youth. Shout out to Tori. Future Promise organization. Let's pray for our youth as they're going back to school. So many things going on, and let's be the village. You know what I mean? Like, kids need all of us, because there's something you can say to my kid or something I can say to your kid that you said 1,000 times that will be the thing that clicks in their mind, and they're like, come home and be like, Tori said, Miss Font said such and such. And you'd be looking at them like, I've been saying that every day your whole life. And she said it twice. And all of a sudden it's the gospel. And that's okay. That's the concept of the village. And I always think about this, like the it takes a village concept. It says it takes a village to raise a child. And if we don't raise the children, it's not exactly these words, but if we don't, they will burn it down to feel its warmth, which is a wild part of that African proverb. If we don't use the village, they'll burn it down so they can feel its warmth. So let's continue to be there for our kids in our community. All right, let's talk fitness, faith, family, all of that. We talk about that today, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to welcome on our two great guests. They're coming on at the same time. They did a collaboration recently. Jakey, RaVenn Downing, they came together. It was a great event. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, RaVenn Downing and the one and only Jakey. What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing?
Hello, how y'all doing today?
What's up? Introduction. I feel so special.
Okay, good. Y'all should feel special. Tori, you see I got your flyer in the background there, Tori. I got your flyer in the background. You know what? I figured out a bunch of scenes, y'all. Look at this. I figured out a scene for me and RaVenn. If RaVenn is talking, I figured out a scene for me and Jakey. If we talking, and then I didn't figure out one for all three of us, but we'll figure that out as we go. But anyway, so we'll work it out. RaVenn, we'll start with you. Talk to me a little bit about the idea behind the collaboration that you guys recently had.
Well, the idea behind the collab was we're at the center every day around the same time training our own individual clients. Okay. And he's always doing the most craziest off the wall exercises that I've never seen before. And I find myself always like, steal that. Right. Just amazing. So just being there and, he's on one side of the gym, I'm on the other side. I'm like, you know what? We should collab one day. And he brought it up and he's like, heck yeah, I'm down to clown. So I'm like, let's do it. Mm-hmm. And we did it.
I love it. Love it. It was awesome. It was a big deal. People got excited. I mean, y'all made some posts about it.
Yeah.
And people got excited quick. They were like, I know I was like two people who I know who are doing fitness at the highest level coming together. Jake, when you think about collaboration, what do you think? Because a lot of people, they like, people don't collaborate. Don't nobody want to work with nobody. Everybody's difficult and crazy.
I'm thinking like collabing, you got to collab with the right people because some collabs ain't, meant to be. But I feel like this definitely was a collaboration that was long overdue. I'm gonna say long overdue, but definitely should have happened for real.
Yeah, that's big, RaVenn. That must feel good when people saying long overdue. I feel like, RaVenn, when did you start your official, like when did you jump into this real big? Because he's like, it's long overdue. To me, you started doing fitness yesterday and you just went to the top. It was like, RaVenn doing fitness and now RaVenn is the face of fitness in Stark County, Summit County. I don't know how it happened.
Hey.
When did you really kick this into gear?
So I actually started the personal training and everything in January.
Okay.
So all of last year.
So really it is January of 2020.
Of 2026. So like yesterday, last night.
It really was.
Pretty much.
Okay, so I'm not sure.
But I'm in my suddenly season. Okay.
I like that.
And God said suddenly. So here we are. What's crazy is it's really not suddenly. Like the process, the hidden work has been done for years behind the scenes. It's now, but the fruit of it is starting to show. But yes, I started my personal training in January and that started to be a thing. I went from 1 client to 10 in like my first month. And I was like, you know what? If I reach my goal, then I'm going to try to do another thing. And it was getting to a point where I didn't have enough room in my schedule for all the one-on-ones. So I'm like, I got to start grouping people together. Mm-hmm. And my dad was like, well, just do a group workout. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, that's a great idea.
Go what you said.
So I did. And what's so crazy is this isn't the first time I've tried something like this, but the thing about God's timing and like not moving too premature, like all the times that I tried to do it in the past, it just wasn't the time. And this time it was the time. And that's when my dad was like, that's how you know that this is in alignment, because when it's in alignment, it grows. So I ended up with like 10 one-on-one clients. I'm like, this is too much. I'm going to start this boot camp. I started it March 21st. I kid you not, since we started, there has not been one session where nobody showed up. Wow. Nothing. So the first one, that first week that we did, I think we started on a Saturday. That first week, it was just like, it's a workout. Come work out, do your thing, get your water. We leave and we go. Mm-hmm. And towards the end of that first week, God was like, invite me in. So I woke up on a Saturday morning and I just kept hearing prayer box. And I'm like, interesting. And this was when I was kind of in my phase of asking God, like, okay, like I'm ready to, what's next in my faith, you know? And he's like praying out loud. And I'm like, whoa. Huh? Hold on. I don't know.
Like at your fitness event. Well, I mean, at your boot camp.
So this was before that.
So wait, when he said pray out loud, was he like while you in the kitchen? Or was he like in front of people?
So I think I was getting to a point where it was like, I'm learning how to use my voice, right? I'm learning how to set boundaries, speak up, tell people no, all of that. And I just felt like God was in my mind like, I hear what you're asking, but I'm not going to give it to you until you start using your voice. It's one thing to pray and like keep your prayers inside. Like he still hears it regardless, you know? But authority, you got to use your voice. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. So we got to speak that thing into the atmosphere. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So I woke up and he's like, prayer box. And I'm like, okay, this is kind of strange. But I got up, went to Walmart, got all the things for the box. I'm like, this is kind of embarrassing. Like,
interesting.
Not embarrassing, but now I'm bringing faith into it. And people are like, I just came to work out. Like, I don't want to talk about God. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I'm like, well, even if it just helps one person, like, that's fine. So I get there, I get to the gym. There was one girl. She came in like 30 minutes early that day, too. And I had just finished setting everything up, and I got real nervous, and I sprinted into the bathroom. I'm like, oh, nervous.
Because you were supposed to pray for her or what?
Well, it was just the prayer box. I'm like, if you have anything that you want to pray about, write it down. You can either put your name on it, you can make it anonymous, fold it up, put it in the box. At any point in the workout, you can just hop down. It's not like she's getting down, go watch her.
I know, right?
It's just a private moment. You know what I mean? But I ran into the bathroom, and then I kind of like peeked out the corner to look. And when I came out the bathroom, she was writing something down. And I didn't pay attention to the box the rest of the class. After everybody left, I opened it, and there was only one card in there. And it was like, that was the one. Like, this was for her, literally. And she had a great workout. And then going into the second week is when God was like, start praying for them. And ever since then, that's just what it is. We have our workout, we have our worship and meditation at the end. And the thing is just growing. Like, every week, we got new drop-ins, we got new faces. And I'm just like,
amazing.
Mind is blown.
I love that. And being at the event this weekend, I was amazed at that time of prayer.
It was the best part.
Wasn't it? What do you think about that?
I think it was the best part of the whole boot camp, for real. I mean, she spoke well. She said it from the heart. And I think that it touched me, for real. I think it was the best part of the boot camp, for real, honestly.
Yeah. Thank you.
I absolutely agree. And RaVenn, we were talking this morning, and I was saying how watching you do it was like, I mean, it was truly the most impressive part.
Wow.
It was like, because you can be as physically fit as you want to be. But if your spirit and your soul ain't right,
definitely,
you can gain the world and lose your soul, lose your sense of self, lose your sense of soul. I think about your sense of direction, soul being where you're going, and not a heaven or hell thing always. I think everybody thinks of losing their soul as in losing it at the end of their life. No, you can lose your direction. You can lose your soulmate. You can lose your direction. You can lose so many things that God has for you because you're not centered in your soul, but you look good.
Right.
Like, oh, you lost a lot of weight. And you're like, I'm carrying more weight than I ever carried in my life.
Come on.
Because I didn't process the stuff.
Yeah.
So why add faith to it? As God started talking to you about that prayer box, now you just up there. I didn't know. I thought I was at church fitness. I said, is this Planet Jesus Fitness? What is this? What is happening? Why make it such a blend? You're getting a little bold out here, RaVenn. You need to settle this down a little bit. I didn't come for all that. I don't need all that. I came here to work out, and you need to back up off me. Why go there?
I went there because it's all connected. And if you don't feel like it's for you, then it's probably not.
Right.
Go to Planet Fitness.
Right.
Take it on to Planet Fitness. They don't do that. But they do have bagels and pizza and ice cream over there.
Here, as for me and my house, we're going to serve the Lord and give him all the glory and all the honor and all the praise, because without him, we wouldn't have breath in our lungs, movement in our bodies, and none of that. And I've been through those, seasons where I was in the gym, but I didn't have the faith aspect of it. So while I'm looking great, I don't feel good. I'm tired.
There's a lot of that going on.
I don't have hope. I'm down in more ways than one, So I think in that and just being vulnerable and really locking in, I can speak from experience, and I know what's birthed from that place of faith and fitness being together. Like being in that private gym out in North Canton, my dad's, like, there are so many workouts where I just went in there mad, sad, frustrated. I'm mid-set and I'm like crying, I'm screaming. And that's the best part about being in there by myself, is I'm by myself, but it's just like, let it out. I tell them all the time, like, don't walk out of here with anything extra that you don't need to carry. We started doing theme nights Thursdays, and last week the theme was release. So I'm like, it's Thursday. I know y'all had something that you've been stressing about since Monday. Think about it during this workout, and I want you to work through it and all that. I don't care if you got to cry. I don't care if you got to scream. I don't care if you got to cuss me out. I can't hear you anyways. I got these headphones on. So go ahead and let it out. Like, release this thing, because you got to make room. You got to make room for what God is trying to do. So you got to learn how to let go and surrender. And a lot of that is done in the gym.
Yes.
Absolutely incredible. And for you to, so many people said it was an intimate moment. Mrs. Jakey Jake is in the building. She said it was, she said, I really enjoyed the event.
Oh, look, you see right there.
Yeah, I threw y'all over there. I was holding out on y'all. They can see the building. I was holding out before. I wasn't giving them the full technology of the studio. You know, I was figuring it out. Somebody, Sierra and Shanti, she said absolutely to that. Tori said, listen, it works. It makes the suffering in those moments worth it. He's the only one to get us through. I love it. I love it. So they call him Jakey Jake. You know what I mean? The last time you were here, you explained where the name came from, which was a viral hit. People wanted to know. People wanted to know, where did the name Jakey Jake came from? And it's interesting to me because you said you didn't love it because it came from some negative stuff.
Right.
So I was fascinated by your story because I didn't know the depths. And then I started talking to people. They're like, you ain't know where he was from? Man, he was that guy. Man, you lucky he came up in there. He's different. I was like, he wasn't threatening me or that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do y'all think he is? He ain't that dude. No, but you know, people remember when, you know what I mean, from back in the day. And you did some time in prison?
Yeah, a little bit.
Did a little bit of time. Okay.
Couple times.
So talk to me a little bit about your journey from some of the challenges to being such a motivator. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could be a totally different dude. You could still be that dude. Yeah. It's some people, I know as you get older, you always say being a husband and a father and a grandfather is what it's all about. It's some husband, father, grandfather, great-grandfather thugs still running around, tripping people with their cane, trying to knock somebody out, right? Talk to me a little bit about that journey to becoming the motivator that you are today.
It's a rough journey, for real. Yeah. Especially when I was in the streets for a long time, as far as like a few decades. And
he didn't say a few days, y'all. Some people say a few. Some people in the street for a few days.
I started early,
decades.
I started early, and I ended in the streets late. You know what I'm saying? So for me to make that transition, it was rough, and still having friends and you know, even like best friends still doing the street thing and the drug thing and all that. It was tough. But I used my family, my friends that was taking the right path, and just let that motivate me, keep me in the right direction.
Yeah, that's key. Who we surround ourselves with matters a lot. So when you were in the streets, what was up with you? What was you known for? Like you was trying to be the best at being the baddest?
No,
what? Like what was?
I consider myself. I was a real street dude. Like whatever came my way, I could handle it, you know, and anybody will tell you that. I mean, as far as I never folded in the situations that a lot of guys would fold on. I never told on nobody. I never, you know, I always walked that walk as far as a street dude, you know, and for the most part, I felt like that I handled my business in every situation, but it was some situations where, you know, I felt like it was rougher than others, and and the thought of not folding, but I could have folded, but you know, so I just carried that attitude to when I changed over. I just carried that attitude like I know some stuff gonna come my way, and I know the devil gonna keep throwing stuff at me. Especially one thing I found out about, like when you change your life, I thought that everything and everybody was gonna change with me. You know what I'm saying? But more stuff when you try to change, it's gonna be more. The devil gonna try to throw more stuff at you at that point than when you was in the streets. You know what I'm saying? So as I changed, it was just a lot of stuff that was just coming at me. Yeah. People looking at me the wrong way, like who you think he is? Like he gonna go back to that old lifestyle, you know, expecting it. And I'm still just walking that walk, feeling stronger than ever. You know what I'm saying? And I'll never go back to that again. I knew at a certain point that when it was time to be over, I lucked up. I did time in the penitentiary. You know, I got stabbed 9 times doing
out or while you were in?
I mean out.
You got stabbed while you were out 9 times.
I got stabbed nine times. And one, not different sessions, just stabbed
like,
9 times.
That's a lot of people chasing you around. Like, 9 different times. One time, died. Somebody stabbed you 9 times. You could have died.
A bunch of guys stabbed me. I was helping a friend, went to a party, and bunch of guys jumped on the friend. I could have ran. I went to party with 5 guys.
Wow.
The other 3 guys ran. I seen when they jumped on the guy, I'm talking about guys with knives and ice picks, and other 3 guys ran. I jumped in and tried to help a friend of mine, ended up getting stabbed 9 times.
Wow.
Almost passed away. You know what I'm saying? Almost bled out.
How old were you then?
I was 17 at the time. 17, right before my 18th birthday.
Wow.
But
God.
I survived and came back stronger. But I feel like it's stuff like that, that thinking about it that keeps me stronger and makes me keeps my willpower real high.
That's big. That's big. Almost dying is a wild thing, but that did not stop you. Was that the thing that got you out? And if not, what was the thing? Because somebody out there got a young person, teenager, young adult child who's in the streets and they're like, I don't know what's going to get them out. Or something happens and they see him in the hospital and they're like, baby, God kept you and saved you. And now it's time. Clearly the Lord has saved you for better things and you got a purpose and you're going to come home and get out the streets. And they come home and as soon as they can walk, they 50 Cent right back out there in the streets.
That's how I was. I mean, when it's that time, I felt like I was lucky to get through everything that I got through and pretty much not unscathed, but still doing good because I've lost a lot of friends since I was young, a whole bunch, and I just felt like, or got friends that's parole dates or never coming home, or parole dates is 2072 and stuff like that. I'm talking about people that I really ran with every day. So I felt like if I was able to escape that type of stuff, it's time for me to chill out, really appreciate what I have, which is my, God first, but my family, my mother and father still living, my kids, my grandkids, which is the best thing that ever happened to me in life. And just go from there, just try to live motivate others and keep others inspired. Motivate and inspire others is what my goal is, man.
Man, you do a great job of it. I always said I was watching Jake before I knew you. You know what I'm saying? Like I was watching you do your thing and I've always been so impressed with it. And I didn't know the old Jakey Jake. Like you said when you did something wrong, they was like, oh, it's Jakey Jake. Like he just knocked that dude out. It's Jakey Jake. Like he did it again,
Yeah.
So I didn't know that guy, but I've seen you just as this motivator and this person who's so positive in our community. And the type of person, we just need more people like you in our community. RaVenn, you're a mother. You have a couple kids.
A couple.
I always say I always guess the wrong number. Like, both of your kids, you'd be like, keep going. I'd be like, all 3 of them. She'd be like, keep going. I'd be like, right. She got a couple kids. And I love kids. I have 4 kids. You have 5 kids. Being a mother is a forever challenge. And I'm gonna warn you right now. Nobody warned me. When your kids become young adults, it gets even crazier. You'd be like, wait, what? I thought I was done. Yeah. They need you. Like my daughter was just texting me a minute ago and I was like, oh, my fault. I was supposed to do something for you. Your children range from what ages, first of all? Because you got some littles and stuff.
Yep. My oldest is 8. I have twins that are 7. My second to youngest daughter is 5. And then I have a young one. She's a year and a half.
You have twins.
Yeah.
That makes more sense too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't think I. Like, man, she had 6 babies in the same year. That's no way. There's no way. There's no way that's possible. So yeah, 2. Okay, the twins.
Yeah.
Being a mom is a forever challenge. I mean, it is a challenge. You're building this business. You're building this brand. People see you strong. You're on the climber. You got the headset on, and then you go home, and there's these little people who got sticky fingers, and they need you, and they want you, and they are pulling on all that energy, and your whole life now is giving energy, motivation, and help to others. Yeah. How do you find the strength to be all that you need to be at home and then go out and be, in sense, a mother of a group of ladies who you are their motivator and their leader and their protector in a way?
Well, first and foremost, shout out to 50-50 parenting time.
Okay.
You need that.
Shout
Gotta
out to
have
the
it.
moms and the dads.
The moms and the dads
work
who
it out.
are sharing the load.
Yes.
Oh my goodness gracious. Sharing the load. That is one thing I can say that I really appreciate. nobody ever wants to be a single mom.
Yeah.
Right.
But in my single momness and splitting the responsibility, that gives me a guaranteed X amount of time to fill my cup. So when my kids are home, it's all about them. I don't mind putting myself on the back burner because I know on Friday when you go to your dad's house, it's all about me for the next 7 days. So I'm feeling like I'm in the gym. I'm doing what makes me happy. I'm resting. I'm doing all the things. And that just gets me recharged for when they come home. But I will say, like, just because it looks like somebody is flourishing in one area of their life does not mean that they're flourishing everywhere. And I feel like my trend is like, okay, yes, I'm killing it in the gym scene, all the things. Ain't clean my house in 2 weeks though. Like, you know what?
It's a mess over there.
I'm gonna get to it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it takes a village. It absolutely takes a village. There's some days where, yes, they might have had some noodles for dinner.
Yeah. Everybody has.
They might have had a little fruit snack.
The funny part is the
but,
kids be like, noodles, let's go.
Fantastic.
Fruit snacks.
It makes them happy. You know, mommy's the
Pop-Tarts.
best. We got
Pop-Tarts
today. Yes.
Right.
But it's about balance. And I don't have it all figured out.
Yeah.
I absolutely don't. Most days I'm tired. The weeks that they're home and it's like boot camp and mom mode, they done started basketball and dance and all the things. Like, so they have their activities, I have mine. And then still, now they're back in school. So I'm literally like, I'm all over the place all the time. That is just who I am. But I am very grateful for my village. Shout out to my grandpa. We love an active grandparent.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's big.
So helpful. When I tell you we eat the same 4 meals on repeat every week.
She's about to break that to me. And the menu in the refrigerator said,
bring
bring it down. What do we have?
Spaghetti.
Okay.
Love a good
We
spaghetti.
gotta have some
Kids love
spaghetti.
spaghetti though. What you mean?
With a little bit of ranch on top?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Spaghetti.
Wait.
I don't know about the ranch part. But hey.
Ranch or no ranch in the comments, ladies and gentlemen. I need a ranch or no ranch.
Put ranch
Do you
on
put
your
ranch on your spaghetti or no ranch? I'm not saying ranch or no ranch as in you like ranch or don't like ranch. I'm saying she just accidentally told us that she puts ranch dressing on spaghetti.
She said if you use condiments on spaghetti, it must not be that good.
I know, right? Yeah.
Who said that?
Like, what are we gonna do to make it? Y'all let me know. Spicy ranch. Okay. Blackout Meals will be coming out with their new spaghetti spicy ranch breakfast sandwich.
Yes.
Spaghetti coming
Blacked
soon.
out.
Spicy ranch on spaghetti. Come on. All right.
Biscuits and gravy.
Biscuits and gravy.
Love biscuits
This
and
sound
gravy
like
down.
my life growing up.
Come on. We love a good BLT
Okay.
and chicken and rice.
Yeah.
That
Dang.
after boot camp, BLT, all the protein.
Your kids will eat a bacon, lettuce, tomato.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
That
I
one
be
year
like,
old
BLT,
baby
I be like,
that
what's on a BLT? I be like, it ain't enough stuff on there for me. I be like, bacon, lettuce, and tomato. Half the thing is lettuce and tomato. I need some cheese or something. All right, go ahead.
Yes. No, that 1-year-old of mine, she loves her some lettuce.
Okay.
Oh my, and she's got like 4 teeth in her mouth. It's the funniest thing.
Now,
She's like a little rabbit.
lettuce was a deadly meal about 3 weeks ago. I'm glad she's okay. We was all scared of lettuce. I was on a candy bar diet. Okay, she's doing all right. All right. And what else do we have? We're good.
Oh, I only gave you 4 nights of dinner, right? Oh, and then Fridays we do pizza.
I love that.
Who's cooking at the end of the week?
Come on now.
Not me and not him.
I grew up
It's been a long week.
pizza
for the win.
man. My kids knew. Kids knew. And same thing. I have my older kids with my ex-wife, so I would get them on the weekends and get them on Friday. We having pizza for sure. My kids already knew. And I'm from the days of the $5 Little Caesar joint, right? You know what I'm saying? We grabbed that little $5 little Caesar boy, and it was what we had, and that was like, come on, sit down, let's have it. When I was a kid, we had family night, and we used to Friday nights watch TGIF and Family Matters and all these shows. And we would watch them and sit down as a family and watch them. And then my dad went to prison, and we went from Pizza Hut to Waco Pizza. But I found my appreciation.
Waco was good.
Well, listen, Waco was like, you could get a sheet pizza for $10 back in the day.
On the size of this table.
It really was. I mean, like, the whole neighborhood could come over, but I was bougie at the time. I was used to Pizza Hut. So I'm like, what is Waco? Who is this Waco character? Who is this dude on the box? This ain't no Pizza Hut. So anyway, but I survived those days. So it worked out really well. So you balance being a mother and doing that. And you talked about shared parenting. Let's talk about the concept of parenting. Like, that's a thing that people don't always, you rarely ever hear somebody say, shout out to shared parenting.
Yeah.
Because most people be like, there's so much, there can be, in order to get to a shared parenting situation, something went wrong with the relationship with the person. So nobody's talking about that. They're just like, because that means then I have to remind you all and everybody that the ideal situation that most of us had of being with someone and raising children forever and all of that isn't intact anymore. And now we're doing something different.
Yeah.
So for you to say shout out to that, there's somebody out there who's like, forget my baby mom, forget my baby dad, forget. And it's all negative, negative, negative. How do you try to keep some level of peace in knowing you have children? And then to the person, more importantly than that, for your personal self, more importantly than that, to the person out there who's trying to keep their kids from somebody back and forth. What are your thoughts on the importance of that balance with parents?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think when you keep the kids at the forefront of the situation, there's no room for your egos and your personal feelings and all of that. And it's not easy by any means. But at the same time, like, I never signed up for taking care of 5 kids by myself. We don't got to be together no more. But
come on now.
50-50 is what it's.
Now, look, there's a lot of moms. And again, and you guys who are watching the show, you guys know. And I always tell my guests before they come on, like, my goal is never to be messy. I'm never trying to create clickbait. I'm never nothing. My goal is for us to motivate and inspire people through the lessons that we've learned in our life. And one of my things now is really us telling our stories to our comfort level. So you guys, if I ask her a question and she'd be like, Lucas, get out of my business, I'm going to get up out of her business, because that's not the kind of show we have. And if you're leaning in listening because you taking notes, because you trying to hear somebody's business, click off, because that's not where we're going. My goal here is to talk about the overall philosophy. You can use your life as a context, but it's not really me trying to find out about you as much as the thought of it. Because the thought of shared parenting, there's a lot of mothers who take a lot of flack for any time that their children aren't with them. Well, yeah, it's cool for them to be with their dad a little bit, but really, you're supposed to be the custodial parent with the kids, 25 or 30 days out of the month. I mean, they make it up like the dad is only supposed to get one night during the week and every other weekend. What are you talking about? What is your thought on that?
I think every family is different. And I feel like everyone's dynamic when you put careers and everything in place. I feel like there's a pressure on moms. Like, we still got to work out and do or not work out, but go to work and do all the things. We got to go to work. We got to take care of the kids. We got to figure it out. You know what I mean? But when it's dad's time, it's like, well, this isn't convenient. So parenting when it's convenient is not real parenting. And unfortunately, you just got to learn how to figure it out. Just like the mom's got to figure it out, the dad's got to figure it out too. You got a village, call your mom, call your sister, call your auntie, whoever, whatever, whenever.
That's true.
But we
I
all
was
that
that
together.
too. I was calling my mom like,
I
got the kids now and I got something to do. I can't just call their mom and be like, oh no, it's got to be your responsibility because these no, it's like.
And now I'm busy too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you have the right to do that as well.
So what are we going to do? But I really feel like if you don't, when it comes to like commitment on things, people are like, oh, I don't want to commit. Like we can Netflix and chill, but I don't want to commit. But what comes from Netflix and chilling?
Babies.
That's more of a commitment than a saying I do. You're
Netflix has made
so
babies.
At the end of the day, like him and I, we're not together no more, but I still trust him. My kids are safe.
Kids. They're his kids too.
You know what I mean? Now, if there was a situation where it wasn't that, well, then it wouldn't be that. But I'm grateful that it's not. I think even though things are still touchy and all the things, I think we do very well.
That's great.
I think as the kids get older and as more healing and everything is incorporated, I think, like I said, it's about making sure that we don't cause the kids too much drama and trauma. And that's never the intention. It's never the intention, but we unintentionally.
We do. Because we're people too. We're dealing with
kids stuff to have to work on.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
Because you're still in business with somebody you're not in business with.
Yeah.
You haven't. I'm not going to call our kids an asset, but let's say they probably have more of a liability, actually. But we have this thing. We started this business together. We have the most valuable assets that we will ever have. The thing we will care about more than tables and chairs and cameras and lights and fitness equipment or whatever you might have in a business. And then the two people aren't together anymore, but you never can just divest. Well, you shouldn't. Some people walk away from their kids, but thank God neither of you did that. You can't just divest from the business or buy the other person out and say, well, I'll just buy you out of the cameras you bought for the business and your equity in the company. We're still in business together forever. And we have to try to come to some place where we can at least functionally do this. Now, the better we get at this, the better it'll be. And I went through that too with my ex-wife. There were seasons of good and there were seasons that weren't so good. And I am saddened at the seasons that weren't so good because that meant that many more birthday parties, one over here and one over there.
Yeah.
And sometimes you got to do that, and that's okay. The kids ain't gonna be mad at 17
Right,
birthday parties.
Right.
They're like, let's go. And sometimes that's the right move to keep the drama down.
Yeah.
Then other times there were seasons where we were cool and we were able to work it out together, you know, or bigger birthdays, you know, maybe it's a 16th or something, and we can work it out. And I to be honest, for myself personally, I am sad that my ex-wife and I did not find what I would have hoped. I would have hoped that we would have found a little more of a friendship through the seasons. Maybe that's not always how it's going to work out. I don't want to say it's not God's plan. Sometimes I think we blame God for everything. God is always like, I want peace of wherever.
She said, I did not co-sign on
that. Y'all acting crazy. That was your fault, brother. But I thank God that we were able to raise our children, and they're now all, you know, over 18. And, you know, we were able to navigate that time. But to anybody who's been there, let us know in the comments, you know, about that. Ashanti Monroe in the comments said, shared parenting is amazing when you're able to put you aside for the kids. Because, honey, those weekends, the babies are gone. This is how she got to be saying. Because, honey, those weekends,
let's
when the
go.
babies are gone, it's a great time.
I let my hand out to the
To decompress. You're like, you know what I always noticed when the kids weren't there? The volume that the TV was on. I'm like, how can the TV be on 10 and when they hear it's on 50? Like, how in the world is it even possible that this can happen?
Funny.
So shout out, what's up, Rachel? Didi Backy, what's going on? What's up? What's up? I see you here in the comments. Serena, what's going on? She was saying, no, I'm good. LOL. She's talking about the ranch dressing. She like, don't put ranch, no ranch on my spaghetti. What is going on? Why are we ranching up spaghetti? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Okay, so Jake, back to you. All right. So one of the things that I talk to you about often that always impresses me, and again, ladies and gentlemen, one of the things we want to talk about more here on Lucas Live are people's stories. You and your wife, you know.
Yeah.
Look at the smile. He smiled when you bring him up. Boy, that smile, come on. And I understand that. Because it's when you get together with somebody who improves your life, it's a powerful thing, man. And it's funny because I realize to this day, me and my wife been together a long time, man. I'm running that. It's like 17 years plus. And I'm like, I still want to impress her. I still want to know what she likes. I still want to do little things just to be like, I'm thinking of you and I love you and I want to make it easier on you. And I almost texted her yesterday. It's funny because I said this when I got home. I said, babe, I almost text you and said, what could I do to be a better husband? What could I do to make you feel more special? And the funny part is when I went to text it, God just told me something. He's like, bro, you ain't got to ask her. I can tell you. How about you clean that bathroom a little bit more and pick that thing up over there? You know she liked the house clean. He was like, you don't have to ask. But we did end up having that conversation last night. And, you know, she asked me, she said, well, what do you think? You know, and I was like, babe, I'm pretty much perfect. I was thinking perfection. No, but it was a beautiful conversation because I think she's worth continuing to pursue. I don't take for granted that I have her and she's just there and we committed all these years and whatever. It's like, man, you are worth pursuing every day. So when you think about your wife and your life, what does your wife mean to you and how has she been a motivator
blessing,
in your life?
A big blessing. She don't put up with a lot of stuff with me that the average woman would have been, you know what I'm saying, years ago. But she just built different, man. For real. She mean the world to me. I mean, I'm at a point in life where I have changed, of course, but it's just things that I look back on, and you know what I'm saying. Life is a journey. You know, you gonna do you learn and you grow. You know, so the things I don't get, I'm not ashamed, but I'm just like, because I know my mind state at that time. But I'm like, man, what was you thinking about? You know, you grow up and you think that, you know, you'll never do that type of stuff again. But she just been had my back from day one and just been excellent as far as like, I just feel like they don't make them like her no more. You know, a lot of women just, when fair weather friends or when tough times hit, you know, they leave or she just stuck by me through any and everything that you can think of. And even like, you know, when I went down to a couple times to where we don't have some tough situations, bro. If you know us, you know us.
How much time did you do away?
No more than 3. Put that together, no more than 3.
Yeah.
But it was just bigger than.
Were you with her during those?
Yeah, definitely. Me and my wife have never been. we were junior high school sweethearts.
That is that
separated for like for like a year. She went to Timken, I went to McKinley, and our senior years got back together, and we've been together ever since through thick and thin. Now, you know what I'm saying? We had some, and if you know us, you know us. You know, we had some really, really tough seasons where it was a physical, you know what I'm saying, physically relationship. It was verbal. You know what I'm saying? It was bad at one point, you know. So
how do you overcome that? First of all, thank you for sharing that. So many people say once your relationship gets physical, verbal, where you guys are fussing and fighting, and it's that you have no chance. They're like, this not gonna go. And most people, I'm sure, as a father, and shout out to your girl. So you just took your girl down to Cincinnati?
Yeah.
Is that right? Okay. Yeah. What one of your kids? You took her?
My youngest.
Your youngest.
We empty nesting too.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I'm heading in that direction. So people say when you go there, there's no coming back. If you guys ever had a physical relationship, if you were ever violent or yelling, and like, there's no chance. How in the world did you overcome what at some level sounds like there was some real toxic stuff going on?
Very toxic. I think it's just like, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Yeah. You know, some people are just meant to be together, and no matter what they go through, it's just part of the learning process. But no matter what they go through, at the end, they still gonna be together. And I think that's the situation with me and my wife. Is like, no matter, nothing could separate us. Nothing and nobody could ever separate us or break us apart from being with each other.
Who would you be without her? Subtract her out of your life all those years.
Oh man,
who do you think you would be? What do you think your life would be?
I still be thugging, for real. I still be out here in the streets, probably so.
Yeah.
Not trying to motivate or inspire nobody. Still be the same old Jake.
That's powerful, man. This is important too, because one, they say a man that finds a wife finds a good thing, and we had our relationship. We're gonna do another relationship show. Shout out to Ashanti and other people who are here. We're gonna bring some other guests on to talk about relationships as well. We're gonna do some more panels and things. But one thing about finding a wife is everybody's not a wife and everybody's not a husband.
Right.
And mostly meaning yet. It doesn't mean they'll never be.
Right.
But it's like, you might find a girl, but that girl may not be a wife. Mm-hmm. And a woman can find a man. Be like, my man. And the next week they be like, I can't stand him. He ain't worth nothing, right? It's like, yesterday he was your man. I heard that, brother. But it takes a lot of growth and development for relationships to work, because I always say proximity causes crime. So it's not black on black or whatever people call out for reasons of crime. Crime is generally proximity. The more time you spend with people, the more issues you're likely to have.
Yes.
Right? And so that doesn't change. You still got to get up and be like, who did the whatnot? My wife, I was wearing my shoes in the house the other day. I'm grown. I pay plenty of bills. I'm walking through my house, and I know to take my shoes off. Take them off. It's a rule.
Take them off.
Take them off. I know the rules, but I was doing something. I felt like I was being so helpful with whatever I was doing that I needed to keep my shoes on so I could move faster to be so helpful with whatever I was doing. So in my mind, it was justified. Normally, I take my shoes off at the door. There's also a 2-shoe per door limit. So you can't have more than 2 shoes sitting at each door. I follow all the rules, ladies and gentlemen. Does my daughter follow the rules? No. Does my wife have to follow the rules? She make the rules. She can break the rules if she want to break the rules, but I follow the rules. I'm the only one in the house that has to follow the rules. I'm walking through the house, and then she was like, babe, like, what's up? I'm like, what's up? She's like, what's up? Like, what's up with the shoes, brother? And I'm like, man, I feel like, man, I ain't no kid. But for real, I think there's some power to submissiveness. And it's not just the woman has to submit to the man. I think that's a foolish concept to not realize we both have to submit to each other. Exactly. Because you said you wouldn't be the man that you are today if it wasn't for her. So that means you submitted to some concepts and thoughts and a way of living that probably saved your life because you were willing to do it.
Come on, wisdom.
A lot of guys get that alpha male mentality and don't want to do stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it works best for me. I mean, I don't know about other relationships, but sometimes you just gotta listen. You gotta listen. Yeah.
All the wisdom, women are they birth, they give life. RaVenn, when you think about birthing children, and then you think about birthing your business and the mother hen you seem to be for your fitness girls. You know what I'm saying? You are creating a safe space for them.
Yeah.
You are showing love. You're motivating. You're praying over. What do you think about the power of a woman and how you being a woman has empowered you to empower other women in this season of your life?
Yeah. I think women, when we are really tapped into our feminine power and our femininity, is like we are a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, it's
like,
beautiful.
There is nothing more powerful than a woman who knows who she is and what she wants. And along with that is like, you were saying something about identity earlier, not just like rebuilding your identity into who you want to be, but who does God say you are? And God said, I'm more precious than diamonds.
Come on now.
You know?
Yeah.
So if that's what God said about me, then that's what I need to be believing about me. And that's how I need to be moving in all the things.
Yes.
So when it comes to my girls, I absolutely feel like a mother hen. So once a month we do girls' night. And it's just so nice to watch them work out. Like we're all in our gym clothes looking sweaty and nasty. And then at the end of the month, we put on our nice clothes and we pop out. Some of the girls have dropped a few pounds, but like their confidence is up. So then we go out and I just sit back and people are like, oh my God, you guys look so amazing. They're like, my trainer's over there. And I'm like, no.
That's good marketing right there. You know that's a business experience. You can pick that up.
It just makes me so proud to just see them smile and receive those compliments because they earned it. And it's so amazing how, I mean, I have people as young as 12 and as old as like 55, 56. So having that wide range and they're all like, to have a woman who's in her 50s, she feels like she can receive something from little old me. And what I got to say, I'm like,
amazing. You're in your 20s.
Yeah, 28.
28. And there's somebody in their 50s who are, that's one of the most impressive things I think about what you're doing is as well. And I was there to witness it this past weekend at your collab event that you guys had. I was amazed at the range of ages because I, in my head, thought, your group is your age group. And maybe did it start that way? I mean, was it you and your friend? Like, how did you get to this range of people?
So it really just started with my friends.
Yeah.
And then being at the gym, my dad, so his people come in, then my people come in. And there was this one lady there. I think she's in her
Who's
50s,
your dad?
maybe early 60s. Chris Downing.
Chris Downing?
You know the man. Too many Downings around here. So when you hear it, you already know what we're talking about. It's the family.
Yes. Okay.
Right. But whenever I would be there doing my things, his people would come in and be in passing. And I'm like, I ain't trying to like steal you forever or nothing, but like, come check my class out.
Right.
So there was one lady that
came.
They came to the Mother's Day event, and then after that, you know, one friend sees another friend, and then, you know, word of mouth, they just see it. And I love it so much because people are like, I can't do this. I'm like, if she can do it, you can. I don't even got to sit here and explain and talk about the modifications. Like, look at the ladies who are already in here and doing the dang thing. You know what I mean? It's just so amazing to watch. And it's like, dang, I hope I look like that when I'm 50. I hope I'm still moving like
we had
that.
a 70-year-old.
Go, girl.
Yeah.
Delta's 70 years old, and she smoked it.
Killing it.
Smoked it out
Was she
there.
at the event this
She was at the event this
You
weekend.
see her biceps from the other room.
Yeah, she.
I know her. She's 70.
Yes. Yes.
Right? Health is wealth.
She
Black
beautiful.
definitely don't.
Health
crack.
don't crack.
Come on.
Take care of it, boy. You
Yeah.
keep it hydrated. Black don't crack. Okay.
But that is like, I feel like that speaks to stewardship.
Yes.
Like, God gave us a body. How are you going to steward it? You're going to steward it well? Like, some people are like, I don't want to live to 100. Like, that's enough life in me.
Yeah.
But like, as I'm getting up there,
I don't want to be
like,
decrepit.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, wow.
Talk to me about the importance of women in building muscle, because most women are afraid of too much muscle. Every woman thinks she's gonna look like some superheroes, like
look like a linebacker.
Yeah, they're like, I don't want to look like a linebacker. You know, I want my shoulders up here. I don't want to beat up my dude.
Yeah.
But muscle, one is it's just good for your body.
Yeah, you need it
Forever.
That's
RaVenn, tell me about the importance of, and then Jakey, let's talk about you. Both of you share with me the importance of putting on some level of muscle.
Yeah.
What is your thought on that?
Well, without muscle, you can't lift weight. Yeah. So, and especially I feel like as a mom, I'm in this phase now, like single mom. Okay, I need to learn some self-defense. I need to be strong because you never know what's going to pop off. It's me. I got to defend myself and these 5 little ducklings behind me. You know what I mean? And I'm fight to the fullest. They said like a mother's strength can lift a car if she really had to.
That's true.
And that's just off of adrenaline alone. So being in the gym, you need that. And, most of us, we want to walk around with a dump truck and all the things. Our body look right and tight. And we start doing all this cardio and we're losing all the weight and we're still not looking the way we want to. We come off as like skinny fat, but you have to fill it out. The fill it out is where you get that toned and the sculpted arms and the nice little that's muscle.
So let's talk real quick. RaVenn. Let's break this down. Now you got somebody. Okay, sign me up.
Hello.
Come on, as soon as I get done. Sign her up. Sign up my girl. Sign her up. So real quick, maybe not every girl. Most girls, most ladies want to have a nice figure, and they definitely want to have a nice waist, a nice butt, right? You see, I eased my way toward that kind of
the number. That's the number one
figure,
thing.
a nice waist, and you said they want. Once upon a time, back in the 90s, back in my day, there was a guy by the name of Cisco. He said, "Dumps like a truck." Okay, anyway, it was something about thongs to thongs. That's all. It was a lot of thongs to thongs. Sorry to my LinkedIn audience, but there used to be a song about the one day Cisco's gonna pass like Dolly, and we're gonna be like, "Oh Lord, somebody play the thong song in the funeral," and it's gonna be just all out of order. Okay, but anyway, we're gonna play it though. We're gonna play it. So the ladies want the nice, but that's a muscle.
Yeah,
it is.
You have to.
It's a muscle.
It is.
Please stop starving yourself. And I don't want to say that. Like,
so wait, you gotta eat to have a butt?
You have to eat more than once a day. And I am terrible. I'm terrible.
Okay.
That's the thing. I go through.
Y'all listen. This is booty therapy, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know how to have a booty.
All the things. So one thing I've learned, and this is a little bit of tea. Do with it what you will.
Right.
Working out with your cycle as a woman.
Okay.
Chef's kiss to the program. So like we're never the same. 1 week is never the same as the week before. So we have our period, we ovulate, and all those things. All of those weeks.
Do you get that week off or what?
I get it.
Like y'all better come work out.
Absolutely, I'm gonna give myself a little rest. But what I notice is,
but you can't take the whole week off, can you? Or what?
Okay.
Okay, my bad.
My body.
Okay, let me go.
I try not to because that 1 week off, 1 week turned into 2 weeks.
It's hard, right?
To 2 years.
Right.
Quick. I don't want to do that. But when you train with your cycle, so if you know you're about to, start your cycle this week, a little stretch, a little walk, listen to your body. Because next week you're going to ovulate and you're going to feel like the biggest, the strongest, the hardest in the room. Then go in there and hit your PRs, babe. Do what you got to do.
Right.
And you're going to be hungry. So eat up, buttercup. You know what I mean? We always need to be eating. Protein is the most important thing.
Yeah. Bingo.
But, if you're feeling weak, don't go in there and try to push 250. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Listen to your body because your body's going to respond better. So don't go against yourself. You got to think our bodies are doing a whole lot on the inside. You know what I mean? So let's not overwork it. Otherwise, then we're going to end up down bad. And the last thing I want to do is just be so tore down from the workout. Now I can't take care of the kids. I can't do nothing. I can't eat. Like, I
hate my life. Right.
Tore down.
Right.
So you know what I mean? We gotta. It's about consistency too.
Yes.
You don't have to go in there and doing the hardest workout to the point where you can't come back until next Monday.
Right.
30 minutes.
Because that's no good.
An hour tomorrow.
Okay.
20 minutes the next day. And as a matter of fact, all I got for myself today is a mile.
Somebody
told me if you give your best every single day, then your best will be average.
So you'll be. I love that. So it'll be normal to do your best. It'll be a part of the plan. I got another potential client for you, RaVenn here. My man, Pastor Rick Peterson in the building. Just started a new podcast. Shout out to him. Reality and Revelation. Make sure you guys check that out. Every other Tuesday. It's live streamed at 6 p.m. Make sure you guys check that out. We'll share some more information. Got to get him on the show. My man, he be in here recording the whole episodes, and he's killing it, doing a great job. Super great guy. So anyway, he wants your information for his wife. We'll make sure we get that to you. Pastor Rick Peterson, you guys getting some clients. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Telling the stories, get people to know you, and they resonate with us as people, right? It's more than pictures and things. That's why I love doing this show, because people get a chance to really get to know people.
Yeah.
Jakey, your wife says, I love my husband with everything in me.
Oh, don't make me blush up here, baby.
Complete him. Team Torrance.
Goals.
Go. Where's the t-shirt at? I'll wear one.
I gotta say, I sat here and listened to the both of you speak about your wives, but it's just so much respect and reverence. And
it is.
Just like, Lord, if you love me. Take note. That's beautiful. I love to see it.
The beautiful part about it is it's about we grow up together, right? So, and that doesn't mean everybody has to start young. And me and my wife, I was mid-20s or whatever when we got together, but you go through stuff though.
Yeah.
Everybody got a story of some stuff you went through, and if you're going to be together, if somebody were to read the book, they'd read some chapters and be like, I'd have tapped out at that chapter. I'd have been done with them.
Sure.
Because everybody goes through stuff because it's like parenting. I saw something somewhere that said what children don't know is while we're raising our children, we're also growing up. So you didn't know, my son is 22 and he's like, Dad, you had me at this age. He's like, that sounds crazy. I can't imagine having a kid. I'm like, yeah. Like I had a kid, you know, right? And his sister, I'm like, I'm raising 2 kids at that age. That was a lot, you know? And so the mistakes that I made through those seasons and those times, and even the things with his mom and then things with my wife, you know, it's like, that's just a part of the story. And it's crazy because what people like to do is look at other people's story and find the negative chapters, not realizing we all got them. We all got chapters in the book that we like, I'd rather nobody read that chapter because that was some craziness. Like, what was that about? I'm so sorry for that chapter. But when we persevere through those chapters, that's also what gives us that voice. When you can stand there and motivate those ladies, it's not because your life has been perfect. It's because of the challenges. Motivating people, men, women, all these people, it's got to come from some of the challenges. Man, when you think about that, how does your life and the challenges of life, both of you can answer this, how's it prepared you to motivate other people?
I think that, I mean, even on the young parenting side, it's the saying that you do as best as you can until you know better. And that's exactly what, me as a parent and me as a husband, what I went through, you know. So now I think I'm prepared to, after everything I went through, I'm at the point where I'm just ready to, you know what I'm saying, like I said, motivate and inspire others because I just been through so much. A lot of it people don't know, some of it people know. And if you know me and my wife, you know us, you know, we've been through a lot, you know. So
now to be a model couple, it came from being molded through some tough times.
I think that's why people, like a lot of people, really, really like our relationship and what we got going on now because they know exactly what we've been through. You know, it was a rough time. So, I feel like like I said, you do as best as you can until you know better, and that's as a husband, as a father, even as a grandparent. You know, I'm still learning. I'm still growing on everybody's still. You never know everything. You know, but I'm still open ears and learning, trying to do as best as I can to be a better man, just period, in the outcome.
I love that. I love that. RaVenn, when you think about things you've gone through in your life, now, RaVenn, you went to Jackson in schools and stuff. And so your life was easy. And life was good. Everybody was at home and happy, and life was easy. And then you grew up and you had babies. Now you told me last time you wanted to have children, so that was all a choice. And then when you did it, you knew it was the easiest thing in the world. So you know you just kept it rolling. So give me a couple more, Lord. And because your life has been easy, how has it prepared you? Or maybe it hasn't. So talk to me about that. So like your life hasn't been easy either.
You know, everything's just been so easy.
I know, right.
All I have to do is just put my hand out, and it's just placed. It's placed there. You know what I mean?
It was like, here.
Oh my goodness.
Talk to me about the fact that, you know, sometimes people do look at that. You and I have talked about that. Like people look at where you went to school or what you went or something, and they act like somehow there was some easier road to where you are today. And that can be further from the truth. Talk to me about the fact that adversity has prepared you for this.
I wouldn't say, you know, I had the hardest story growing up. I definitely didn't. I definitely was blessed to, you know, live in a nice neighborhood, go to a nice school, all the things. But with that, you know, growing up in Jackson Township, I was one pepper flake and a whole bunch of salt. You know what I mean? So I came with a lot of things. Like I was different. I knew I was different because, you know, obviously. And that got to a point where around middle school or so, I'm like, Dad, I kind of want to like be around my kind. And that's what I was saying at the time. Like to say that now, but that's just where my head was at in my adolescence. I'm like, I want to be around other people that look like me.
That's fair.
And like feel like I fit in a little bit. You know what I mean? So I ended up going to Glen Oak. And I enjoyed my time while I was there, but it was still like the same thing. Like girls can be mean, they can be nasty, and you might look like everybody else, but still like I just never really felt like I fit in any of the groups. Like to be like the popular girl. I wouldn't say that like I was the most popular. People know who I was. Yeah, probably because they knew who my dad was and all the things. You know, I was the girl with the hair and the this and that. Like I was never the funniest and all the things.
Were you
just there?
RaVenn, did you have a glow up, or were you kind of like this? Like your dad did modeling. Like your dad had talked to me about how, because it's funny, I put this story together once. He used to tell me that he had custody of his baby, and he would go have modeling gigs, and he would take his daughter with him.
Yeah.
And he had told me these stories, just us talking. I was like, yeah. And then I met you and we were talking, and I'm like, that's the child he was talking about. That's the girl that was at the photo shoot when he was doing modeling.
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously your dad is this fitness guy and a model guy and this thing. For you though, was it like, and you're biracial?
I mean, I guess.
I'm what I
am. I just know this is a fine caramel color, okay? I knew what he was doing when he put Chris and Alicia together.
The reason I asked that is because, like, your mom is white.
My mom is 50-50.
Oh, that makes more sense, because I was gonna say, when you said you were a pepper in the snow, I was like, you don't look biracial, right? Yeah. So I was like, you don't get that benefit of just being like, oh, you might pass. Like, you're not passing, sister. You look black.
Right.
I was like, okay, cool.
That is funny.
That clears that up a little bit. So you only got a little, okay, all good.
Just a little 25%.
Just a little 25, a little quarter. Yeah. It's all good. Keep using quarter.
Just a quarter. It's a quarter.
Baby. The quarter's beautiful. That's something, whatever. But okay. So for you coming up, was it like you were a pretty girl and people kind of hated on that? Were you somebody who wasn't, and you like had to glow up? What was your life like there?
I think I've always been pretty, you know. I think every kid goes through like their like baby fat stage and all of the things.
Everybody goes through that. What was I thinking wearing that stage?
Yeah. Like, oh gosh, that was
there. You go.
Right.
You always go back and you look at pictures like, what was I doing? Or you look back and you're like, and to think I thought I was fat. I probably should have ate a burger. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I would say my glow up was pre-divorce to post-divorce. Like I wouldn't say like I had my teenage glow up and all the things. I would say I was pretty consistent. You know, I was just a girl.
Okay, I was just a girl.
Just a girl. But you look at my parents, like those are two beautiful beings. So
so it worked out. It worked out.
Like, he was doing when he put them together.
Right, but thank you, Lord. Right.
But I would say if we're gonna talk about glow ups, my glow up is from survival mode to out of that thing. Hello.
And that's recent.
From surviving to thriving.
That's recent.
The past 2 years or so.
That's beautiful. That's
powerful. Definitely.
That's powerful. I love it. Now we got another client popping in for you. Now we're gonna hold these people to it. All right. Where's she at? She said, I'm joining in September.
Come on, September.
Ain't no LOL. Hey. If you don't show up in September, we calling you out on here, all right? Every time.
I was not playing. I said, Hall of Fame weekend, y'all coming up to me on Tuesday talking about, I'm coming to the boot camp, girl.
You should have recorded
I said, my barcode on the back of my phone. Scan it right now. Scan it so I know it's real.
I love it. For both of you, what are opportunities people have? Now, Jake, we talked about it last time you were here. You were like, I'm pretty full. Do you do groups or you just one-on-one? And what's available, Jake? We'll start with you.
I've been doing groups lately, man. I do a couple one-on-ones in the evening, but it's just so many people. I got so many people in my inbox, man. I'm talking about I can't even respond. I'm thinking about, taking that leap of faith, real soon, probably sometime next year, doing the gym thing and going full time, or I want to do the online thing where you can train a lot more clients, and it ain't about the money to me, but it's a lot more money than it is now. But I'm just like got so many people reaching out that I can't help, that I want to help, but you only got 24 hours in a day. You know what I'm saying? I work. I'm family man. I try to do things amongst the household, but it's rough for me right now to take on clients because it's just so many. I got so many, people reaching out that I can't even respond back to them. You know what I'm saying? So, or even like my clients, they take people is inboxing me because
they're like, can I get to you?
Because I can't get to you, or I have guys like friends. Like I had two friends call me yesterday. Say, hey, one baby mother want to work out, one's girlfriend want to get some sessions in. But they both of them, the females, tried to inbox me, but I just couldn't get back to them. Yeah. So it's just rough for me right now. But I am thinking about taking that leap of faith real soon.
Listen, a couple things, and maybe there's something I can help with. I can set up a camera, but getting it, recording it and letting people see and doing that modification. And RaVenn, your dad has done an amazing job. I mean, I got the app. Like, I mean, it is the workouts are there from before.
Yeah.
He adds new things. It's motivational. One of the things I like the most is like while you're doing the workouts, while your dad can kill somebody, but he's not like it's not like his thing. He's not like some trainers be like, I want you to die and I want you to leave here and tell people who shot you. Right? Like, Biggie, like, who shot you? It's like, man. But at the end of the day, it's like, and you two are both like this too. It's like at the end of the day, I want you to leave here and say, I feel better about myself, my life.
Definitely.
Physically, I got to work out, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually, I'm a better, stronger person.
Yeah.
RaVenn,
that's what it's all about.
Wrap up. Let's talk about real quick. One, do you have room for people to still join? Where's your gym at? Some people don't know. You out there in North Canton now. I live in North Canton.
Out the way.
I live in North Canton, and it's a little bit of a drive for me because I've been out there with your dad, and I'm like, man, it's a little trek, and I live there already.
Yeah.
But clearly, it's worth it for people who are getting the training. And then I don't know if you do anything at the Southeast Community Center like you did the pop-up. So what are people's opportunities to work with you? And are you accepting all these people in the comments who said they coming to work out with you?
Yes.
And what does it cost to work out with the RaVenn down? You know you're
Okay,
let me break down
all
You know what? Price is actually going up this fall. So sign up today.
The price ain't the same.
You know what? I did.
And that's fair.
I said, you know what? If things are still going good by X amount of time, I'm raising the price on that thing.
And it's not.
And I did.
Because health is, you're going to pay it to the pharmacy or to the doctor or to the knee surgeon or to somebody.
You pay it every Saturday when you go to Jersey's for that bottle of liquor. That's twice the amount of my package. So come on.
For that one thing,
for something
it ain't making you better. It ain't even making you.
I got you, boo. I bet you at the end of this workout, you ain't gonna want to drink that liquor.
Spin that over here. Spin it over here. Spin it over here.
So right now, I do my one-on-ones in the morning. My one-on-one schedule is kind of full, especially with the kids, back to school and all the things. And I am a burnout queen. I'll put all these things on my plate and then be like,
I can't.
What have I done?
It'll work.
Right.
So I'm learning balance. I do not have any availability for one-on-one at this time.
That's okay.
But boot camp is where it's at. That's where the community is, the friendship, the energy, all of that. Tori, her gal posted back here, she's been coming to boot camp for a while now. She just started doing one-on-ones with me recently. She said, I'll take boot camp over a one-on-one any day.
Any day.
Yeah.
She still came back the next day for her one-on-one.
Okay.
But with that being
she
said,
like that.
boot camp is better than the one-on-one, so we've been told.
So we can see
But
that. Okay,
we do
got it.
boot camp Monday, Tuesday, Thursday at 7:15 p.m. out in North Canton, and Saturdays at 9 a.m.
It's right off of Main Street.
Off Main Street. So if you go all the way up, you're going to
Cleveland
pass the
Avenue in
BMV.
Canton becomes Main Street as you go into North Canton.
Yep.
You just keep going up, or you could probably get off at like Portage or Shoeful or something. And
It's right by Big Cat.
It's right by Big Cat Fitness. Don't be shouting out other people's fitness places. But anyway, I'm just playing. No, I know Big Cat. Shout out there. It's a good dude. But yeah, it's right out there. It's right out there in North Canton. Yep.
Yeah, so it's $12 to drop in for a session if you can only pop in on a Monday or
You
Tuesday.
said what?
$12.
$12.
$12.
Girl, $12. A Big Mac costs $12 right now.
Exactly.
Everything costs $12. You can't go to Chick-fil-A without spending $15.
Exactly. It's cheaper than a Chick-fil-A meal.
Okay, so the drop-in rate
is 12.
But if you sign up for the month, can you sign up for
If you sign up for the month, then it's $75 a month. So that's all boot camp classes included. And this week, I'm doing trial and error. I'm working all the things out. But I have decided that if you are a Strong Her member, all Strong Her Lives, and any other event that we do, you're already included in that. So you don't got to pay that outside ticket price because that's completely separate.
That's nice.
So there's perks to the membership. And then also, if you love the gym, you love the private gym setting, I do a little combo package. So you can do the 24-hour gym membership. Yes, you can go in there at 2:30 a.m. You can't sleep and work out. And boot camp. So if you want the 2-for-1, that's $99 a month. So boot camp and 24-hour access to the gym.
That's a great deal. Now, somebody out there is saying to both of y'all, and Jake, how do you do it? I feel like people just be like, you my dude around the way. Everybody probably do that to everybody. People do that to me. Hey, man, won't you just do some more free stuff? I was like, philanthropy, brother. One day, not 2 days. You know, one day I can't afford it right now. How do you do pricing?
I do $25 a week for 3 45-minute sessions, man. So you can't beat that. That's literally probably about
nothing.
$8,
right.
$8 a session.
That's easy, right? That's better than RaVenn. No, I'm just playing. RaVenn is trying to charge. No, I'm just joking. No, that's fair. That's easy.
It's real fair. And then like if you if you're in a situation, I definitely will, give you my time and effort. So I work with anybody, man, for real.
But I like that. Now, when we say we'll work with you, that don't mean play us and always have a situation. And yet you coming in here with the newest workout clothes, and I'm wearing my little raggedy stuff because you ain't paid me. But you coming in, look at my new workout shoes. Like, that's cute. Like, I didn't want to see those because you ain't paid me yet.
One thing though, I feel like we want to help everybody. That's part of the spirit. But you're not meant to help everybody.
Come on now.
You know what I mean? Like,
some people aren't willing to invest in what they say.
Sometimes your audience, it's like, if you're sitting here and you're trying to make sure that you can help this demographic of people,
right?
But you're supposed to be over here,
right,
with these people. Right. You know what I mean? On this side of whatever. You know what I mean? So it's like, and sometimes when things are too cheap, like, it's about your value. What are you bringing to the table?
Definitely
so if you undercut yourself, that's when people start getting inconsistent. They stop showing up. They stop communicating. I don't have time for that. My time is money.
People tell me that a lot. People tell me that a lot. I got a lot of people telling me that.
Also, if you pay it, then you're more likely to show up because you already invested in yourself.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So I feel like that's kind of something that I've learned because when I first started the boot camp, I'm like $50. Oh God! But now I'm like 75.
Come on, right?
Because I see the value in it. They see the value in it, so it's worth it.
And if they don't, then they don't. We will adorn ourselves with purses, shoes things that cost so much money, hair, and all these things. But it's like you can put on the nicest $100, $200, $300 wig, hairdo, whatever, and you're not willing to pay for the thing you're putting it on,
right?
Like, what are we talking about? $75 is too much, but you'll pay that over and over, and every month you pay this to get your hair done and your nails done and all your other stuff. Like, that is an unfair thing when what you're doing for them is so much bigger in that if I get my hair or my nails done, you may feel good in the moment. But if I get my physical fitness right, and if I get my mind right, I'm going to feel good for the rest of my life.
Oh my gosh, that testimony Tuesday last night was crazy. Oh my gosh.
Was this your first time doing the testimony?
This was the first time.
Okay.
Listen.
What was that? What is Testimony Tuesday?
I'm just saying this because it's my thing, but Strongheart Boot Camp is just like,
let's go. You gotta be there.
What are we doing?
Right. You're not there. Where are you?
It is a beautiful thing.
Like, okay, so I don't want to say too much because you know how they say, like, when you're making plans, like you don't talk about it. You don't talk about it until it's official.
Okay.
But God already said it and it's settled, so it's going to happen.
It's gonna happen. Let's go.
But with that being said, like, I just want a one-stop shop for the mind, the body, and the soul. So I had an idea to start, we're getting stronger physically, but while you're here, I also want you getting stronger mentally and emotionally. So this week we started something called Testimony Tuesdays. So we do the prayer and meditation at the end of every workout. But on Tuesdays, I'm going to start opening up the floor to anybody who feels led to share just like their testimony, something that they're trying to celebrate, a goal that they've reached. Because I feel like we don't celebrate ourselves enough. Even just this past Saturday, the event was done. I went home and sat down and I'm like, all right, time to start planning the next one.
That was amazing.
No.
Yeah.
Celebrate this. Look at it for a second. Right. So I just wanted to make an intentional effort for these girls to come in and feel seen. Like, sometimes other people who are around, they don't care about what we've accomplished. They don't care that we lost 5 pounds this week. They don't care that we got out of bed today.
Yeah.
But I told them last night, I'm like, it don't feel like it needs to be some elaborate testimony. God done took me from the bed.
Right. I almost died last night.
No, I got out of bed today.
I got out of bed
and I ate breakfast.
I didn't eat those Oreos. I ate my fruit.
That's something. I didn't eat Oreos today. I had a grape.
That's a testimony.
Instead, that is a testimony, and it's worth celebrating. That's worth celebrating as much as the pit to the mountaintop. Yeah. And we had 2 girls share last night. My eyes were like sweating the whole time. But it was just the part where they were like, I'm socially awkward, or like I don't get along with other women, but I come here and it's just like I feel so loved and so seen, and the energy is great. And I'm like, yes.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want.
That's what I was going for. And they're just like, they're my friends, they're my family.
You're the mother hen.
I just love them so much. Shout out to all of you guys. Oh my gosh.
So there's still time. People can join at any time.
You can still join. You can join at any time. Okay. Like I said,
we see y'all out there who's saying y'all joining now. Rick's wife and Shanti and some other people done said. Now, Rick said he need to get with you, Jakey Jake. So we'll see if he got some openings in the.
Let's go, Rick.
get him in there. I mean, the Southeast Community Center, I mean, I think they should just give you a little room or something. They just need your own little space where you got me like, oh man, like all you need is the space. You got the people who are willing to sign up and do it. And for both of you, anything I can do to help you guys,
and I appreciate
I want to support. Like even when you guys had the event, like I have there's events we go to and we just support, and then there's things that people pay us to come and put on and get content of and things like that, right? But as soon as I seen y'all doing it, I'm like, man, I can figure it out.
You did.
And I was bringing new equipment and figuring stuff out and doing.
You came with the bag.
I felt real official. I said, Lucas is in the building.
Listen, I had the bag, the wagon. I was coming in. I had all kind of stuff. But I was like, man, I just believe in what you both are doing.
I appreciate that, man.
And then to see you guys doing something together made me even more excited. As soon as I saw it, I didn't know what was on my calendar. I'm like, I'm going to be there. So anything I can do to support. RaVenn, I don't know if both of you wear a headset when you do your training, Jack. I don't know that you wear a hell headset.
Nah.
But let me say this to that. RaVenn, I don't know if do you record what you say?
No.
Okay, you got to start. And you need to start recording what you say. Which could be as simple as, you got the mics and the stuff to hook to your phone and stuff. That or through your system. Because now you could take all those words and process it through AI. There's something called Notebook LM, which is not going to pull from other stuff. So they can't say you used AI like you went out there and stole somebody else's word.
Right.
Yeah.
Notebook LM just takes only what you put into it and then processes that. But you could take all those words, take those recordings, dump it in, it'll transcribe them and say, turn this into a devotional guide, turn this into a ebook, turn this into a training, turn this into audio motivation, cut it into clips. And turn it into you're recording podcasts every day in a sense, talking to these people and books and
man, you gotta work smarter, not harder.
Man,
Learn
y'all could be doing that.
Yeah.
Some of it given away for free, which brings in more leads because you say, give me your email address or your phone number, and then you'll get this free guide, right? Then they get the free guide, and the free guide brings them into your ecosystem. Now you can start letting them know about your events and your stuff, and then pretty soon they become a client or customer, and now you've sold to them because you've given them something. Then there's others where you say, I've turned this into a book or a devotional or whatever. Shout out to my girl, Princess Gordon, who recently she was supposed to write a book years ago. Now she done wrote like 4 or 5 out of nowhere.
What's up?
But that opportunity is right there, and your words now can create, because before, God never wrote nothing, just so y'all know that. God never physically wrote a thing. He spoke things.
Right.
People wrote stuff that God said.
Yeah.
So now our words can be captured and transcribed. That's the same thing that happened to God. They were called scribes.
Yeah.
They wrote the words of God. Now we have things that can transcribe it for you. Y'all just do that. Let me know how to help. All right, let's make that happen. Let's capture that stuff, because I feel like y'all got books, motivations, devotionals, all kinds of stuff. Some of those testimonies, not that you got to record every person, but somebody might want to come up and take a mic and say, well, this is going to be recorded. Is that okay? And that story is going to be a story that goes into your book or your stuff that changes somebody else's life.
Right.
I always tell them, I said, we got to learn how to be, because when you're speaking your testimony, sometimes it shines a negative light on other people. When you're talking about the things that you had to overcome and all that. And that's
all that happens.
That kind of makes you want to be quiet. But no, stand in your truth. Unfortunately, that's just what it is. It's all love. How you communicate it, if it's coming from a place of love, not from a place of, let me expose you. You know what I mean?
Right. Let me put it out there.
If you knew that your testimony was attached to somebody else's breakthrough, is this thing on?
Right. Yep.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Because once God just grabs a hold of you and you start that walk and you start to learn, and you're unstoppable. Yes. You know what I mean? Like, sure, in all of your humanity, you have your moments, but that's the thing. It's just a moment. It's not your whole entire identity. So today, I'm not feeling like the one and only RaVenn Downing. I'm feeling like I want to rot in my bed today. Yeah. And I'm going to let myself have this. Yeah. But God said.
But yes.
And I'm going to get up tomorrow and I'm going to flip my hair. I'm going to strut my stuff. And do what I need to do.
I love it. I love
yeah.
I love it. You guys are doing great work. Thank you guys for coming back.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you for having me, for real.
I love a good gap with Lucas.
I
know. It's always fun, for real.
It's so fun having you guys. It's been a pleasure to have some people return. And I said it to both of y'all when you were here. I'm like, you got to come back.
Right. I know it's going to be so soon.
Right.
Mess around, you'll be back again. I'm not playing. Like, literally, the Oprah show birthed. Now, I don't agree with all these people's views these days, but Oprah birthed Dr. Oz, Dr. Phil, Susie Orman.
Oh, wow.
Like all of these people, Steve Harvey, some of these people,
They
were just on
flourish.
her show so
it's the
much.
women.
They birthed things. And so those things came out of those things. They were just recurring guests. So
Right.
she wanted to talk about certain psychology things. She brought in Dr. Phil. When she wanted to talk about certain money things, she brought in Susie Orman. So I believe there's people who I'm working with and who are coming in who are people of influence, key people of influence. There's a great book called Key Person of Influence by Daniel Priestley. And I believe you guys are that. And I'm glad to have you guys
that
back.
means the most, brother. For real.
All right. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you, man.
for having
Thanks.
us.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was another episode of Lucas Live. Thank you guys for being here with us. We had these superstar trainers right here. They're humble people, but they're wonderful people. They have a story to tell. But they use all that they've gone through to help motivate and help others. And that's what it's all about here. Make sure you guys continue to follow us here at Lucas Live Media. If you're not following us on our social media platforms, please go ahead and follow us. Also, stay tuned. We're going to have more information coming out about the Black College Football Hall of Fame and things going on with that. Hall of Cuts is this weekend. The Road to the Classic. Oh, my goodness. The Road to the Classic event. The Youth Parade. Shout out to Marcus Bentley, Ashley, Atira, Micah, Danny, everybody who was putting that on. It was amazing. I ended up in the parade somehow. I'm not Jordan Miller, though, for people who somehow, for some reason, think I'm Jordan Miller. I'm not Jordan Miller. Shout out to Jordan Miller, but me and him ain't the same. We just both brothers. But shout out to them and everything they got going on. Road to the Classic. Make sure you guys stay tuned to that. And the HBCU Classic weekend, it's 4 days of stuff. So it's Labor Day weekend, but there's a lot of stuff. We want you guys to be informed. People of all cultures to come out and support. We'll have a commercial coming out really soon. Make sure you like it, share it, and tell more people about it. This has been another episode of Lucas Live. We'll see you guys next time on the next episode. Everybody have a great day.